And so each of us seeks to find some pertinent information, various different points of information that have to do with wellness, our overall wellness. So what I discovered was this really interesting article. Oh my God, I'm really blurry. I can see myself now. I'm so sorry, you guys. So I'm going to try to stay up closer to the camera so you can see me better. But in any case, and I apologize for that. So I hope this is not straining anybody's eyes or anything like that. And I promise we'll have this taken care of before the next session that I teach the next Thursday. So the fun facts for this morning are 11 ways your diet can relieve pain. And we all find that sometimes we might overexert ourselves, and all of a sudden you feel, sometimes it seems like for no apparent reason, some issue with your back or your knee or your hip or your shoulder or your elbow or something somewhere. So this is an interesting article that just notes some things to pay attention to. What you eat can help ease chronic pain. These diet tips can lower inflammation and support long-term healing. So number one is pay attention to proteins. If you get most of your proteins from plants such as beans, whole grains, and nuts, your levels of chronic inflammation, the kind that can trigger chronic pain and damage your body on an array of levels will be lower. So just remembering that those items, the whole grains, beans, etc., nuts, will help to manage pain. Number two is eat more fiber. A form of carbohydrate. Fiber can lower chronic inflammation. Try for the following: women over 50, 21 grams daily. Men over 50, 30 grams daily. Good sources of fiber include whole grains, oatmeal, nuts, berries, beans, vegetables, brown rice, and popcorn. And there's a book by Sanjay Gupta, who's a doctor that does a lot of, research on, homeopathic, more healthy paths of dealing with various different kinds of conditions in the body. The book is called It Doesn't Have to Hurt, Your Smart Guide to a Pain-Free Life. Then number three, eat your vegetables and fruits. In addition to their many other benefits, vegetables and fruits reduce inflammation. And you can do your own research, like, look online. Berries and cherries are especially good options. Fruit juice is usually not, because it's high in sugars and low in fiber. Strive for a minimum of 5 cups of vegetables and fruits per day. And if you have diabetes or prediabetes, emphasize non-starchy vegetables over fruits. Use more anti-inflammatory herbs and spices. A 2012 study found that the best anti-inflammatory herbs and spices to eat are paprika, rosemary, ginger, turmeric, sage, and cumin. And by the way, some of these I actually put in my tea and coffee. I love cumin. I put cumin in basically everything, from salads to whatever, all the dishes, my cauliflower, my greens, salads, whatever. I just love the flavor. And sometimes I put it in my coffee too. Same thing with sage, turmeric. I put in a lot of stuff. And usually it's because I cook with a lot of curry powder. So you can use curry. Rosemary is another excellent one. And I just kind of brought paprika back into my cooking. And actually, that's from watching Let's Get Cooking. And a lot of the recipes, call for paprika. So I bought a big old thing of that. An earlier study found that cloves, Ground Jamaican allspice, cinnamon, sage, marjoram, and tarragon are also great choices. And this says avoid fats. There are healthy fats though, so don't eliminate all fat from your diet. Just make sure you find the good ones. Trans fats, which are added to foods to increase their shelf life, can add to the body's inflammation. Avoid foods whose labels say they have partially hydrogenated oils. Foods that often have trans fats include baked goods, cakes, pie, crust, frozen pizza, and fried foods, donuts, and fries. So I know we're probably all looking at our labels, so this is just another underlining. Look at your labels. So I'm just going to talk these out. Number 6, limit saturated fats. Find out how you can get a BMI calculator. That's your muscle body muscle determinator. Balance omega-6s and omega-3s. Eat monosaturated fats. Enjoy some dark chocolate. It's really good for you. Anti-inflammatory. 10, close the kitchen at night. And 11, stay away. That's really hard. That's challenging. Stay away from ultra-processed foods. Ultra-processed foods are like poison. You know, they really are. So you have to really watch that. Also, sodium content, like a lot of convenient things. I mean, I love to shop at places. I love Trader Joe's, but Trader Joe's has a lot of stuff that's, you know, you can just take home, pour it in the pot or in the microwave, and look at the sodium content. So they have a lot of healthy things that don't have a lot of salt. You don't want to get the ones that are really laden with sodium. So on that note, let's get started so we can like get those endorphins stirring up and everything. So I move my ball back here. I'm going to stay kind of close just so you can, so I'm closer than further away. Park my ball back there. We're going to use the magic circle if you have one of these. We're going to use our band. And we're going to start using the band at the inner thighs. Also, you want to have your long band, TheraBand. So we're going to do some stuff with that. We're also going to use our light weights. So you want to grab those as well. And I'm using just 2 pounds. You know, my thing is that we can use weights. The idea is to create more stress on the muscles. We can challenge the muscle, and you know, with intensity of how we're working out, but form is the most important thing. So I'm going to use this sort of thick band. So use the thickness that you want, your thickest one, because we're going to be working the inner thighs. And then we're going to use a lighter one for your arms. So we're going to have that one close by as well. So here's my light band. I'm just going to hang it on my chair so it's already ready to go. We're going to start seated. Step in as if you have like a stepping into a skirt kind of. Okay, let's see, move back just a tiny bit so you can see my feet. There we go. Okay, there they are. All right, so the most important thing is right here. So the band is going to be above your knees. We're going to sit sort of forward in your chair so that you are using more of your leg, your hamstrings here, and your quads. Draw your hands to your hips. And we're just going to press out in your band so you're engaging your inner thighs. Now we're going to use our breath. Inhale for 4. Inhale 2 more. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we're going to exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relaxing the legs so they're going back to the center. We're going to do that again. Breathe in for 4. 2 more. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release slowly for 6, 5, for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's do that again. Inhale, press out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press out 2 more. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Filling those hamstrings. Exhale for 8 through pursed lips. Again, breathe in for 4, pressing out. 2, 3, 4. 2 more. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Exhale for 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So really feeling those inner thighs. Smooth this band down just a little bit closer to the knees, still sitting up nice and tall. Shake the arms out, roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down, and again. And once more. Breathing nice and deeply, let the arms just hang out there. We're just going to press out. 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3 sets of 8, and 2, and 1, again, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, 2 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last set. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're really feeling the back of the legs, feeling the hamstrings, we're feeling the glute, that connection. So we're going to bring the legs in slightly. Actually, we're going to slide them all the way in, and you're just going to roll your feet like your big toes. The back of your big toes are going to be touching. The inside of your heels are touching, so your knees are just sort of out there. And then we're just going to pulse in and out, just moving out, external rotation. We're pressing the feet together like this. Now you can't see my feet right there. Okay, so we're pressing out, rotating in and out like this, pressing out, applying pressure so that you're getting a deeper connection, the inner thighs, that function of the hips as you turn out. And we're also feeling it, again, once again, back here in the back of the legs. So oftentimes we forget about the back side because we can't see it. So we're just pulsing out 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's let that belt go for a second. So we're going to work the legs. We're still sitting forward. We're going to separate the legs out. Hold on to the bottom of your chair, and you want to lift your chest. So we're going to do some circles here. We're going to start with your right foot. So we're going to bring it up and circle. And then you're just going to point your toes, slide your foot on the floor, bring it back up, slide it around. And we're going to keep the body nice and centered so our pelvic floor, our abdominals are engaged. And again, circle. I think that's 4, and 5, and 6. Pressing this other side into the floor. 7, and 8. Now we're going to reverse that circle for 8. Lift it up. And 7. Slide on the floor. 6. Lift. And 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Okay. So before we work this leg, we're going to take your fingertips on this knee. Just press it in. So we're doing sort of a counter thing here. We're going to bring it up. We're going to press it out. 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bring it to the center, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. So we're going to plant that foot. We're using this leg to anchor us, staying balanced through our sit bones, keeping our core engaged, shoulders down away from the ears. We're in neutral spine, driving the chest forward and up. Hold on to the bottom of your chair, and we're going to circle. I'm seeing little messages on my screen. Okay. All right, so here we go. And 1, and 2, 3. Make this as big a circle as you can. 4, and 5. Slide the foot. 6, and 7. 1 more, and 8. Reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Good job. 2, and 1. So now we need to release the hip joint here. It's going to press in. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And press out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We're going to do a figure 4 stretch on both legs, starting with your right leg, crossing it over. Bring it up as high as you can. You're going to hinge from your hip, lean into it, keep the head up, even with the rest of your spine. So in other words, we're not going like this. We want an extension through your spine from the crown of your head to your tailbone. Shoulders down away from your ears, shoulder blades down the back. So the more we press forward, just allowing your body gently, not to force anything, but allowing your body just to tilt, gently, organically forward, then you're getting this tension in the hip, this nice deep stretch deep in your hip. Okay, so we're going to bring that leg down. We're going to cross your opposite leg, my right, your left. Same thing, flat back, lift up, and tilt over. Just tilting the spine nice and straight in neutral. Still, shoulders away from ears, shoulder blades down the back, driving through the chest, driving through the spine, pressing forward or leaning forward. You're going to feel it deep in your hip. That's what we want to feel that. This is really important for maintaining strength, like deep in the connections, deep in the hip joint. So how does that translates into how we walk, how we move, how we stand, all those things, and the quality of how we're living. How are we keeping our joints healthy? Okay, so let's bring that leg down, shake the legs out. So we're going to do some upper body stuff now. We're going to take that band, the arm band I mentioned, and the lighter band. It can go on arms or legs. It's not necessarily arm band. And we're going to bring the hands so palms are facing each other. Your elbows are high. They're going to be on the same plane as your shoulders. Separate your feet wide. So you're using your lower torso, stability here. You can have the palms straight or you can make fists. What you want to do is make sure that your elbows, your wrists, stay on the same plane as your elbows. And then you're going to press out. So what's the purpose of this? This is upper body strength. So this is challenging. It doesn't feel real easy, even though this is our lighter band, because we're moving from a part of the body where most women don't have a whole bunch of upper body strength. And we're using the strength from the shoulders, the chest, and the back. Now I'm watching my own hands to make sure there's no stress on my wrists. My wrists are straight as I press through my arms, and I keep maintaining the form, which is the wrists, the alignment of the wrists and the elbows. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that my elbows don't slide away as I press out and I come in. Like I'm really sweating from this. It's a lot of work. It's pretty intense lining up those joints, but this is really going to serve the purpose strengthening the connections, muscular connections in the upper body. Okay, let's rest the arms for a second. So opening up the shoulders, stabilizing the scapula, which are the muscles underneath the shoulder blades, the flat bones of the body. We don't do a lot of stuff to really strengthen those connections. This is one of the exercises I got from physical therapy to straighten out my right shoulder, because everything was stemming from the neck from when my car got hit, and it kind of knocked things ajar, right? We're going to go back to this. We're going to continue. So there's already issues of us looking down, leaning into our computers, our phones. So we're already shortening some of the muscles in the back so that they're rounding forward. So if they're out of alignment, everything is not connected properly for you. Let's keep going, pressing out, to maintain ultimate strength in the upper body. In fact, we're overstretching the muscles in the back, because instead of them being just straight out flat and, the natural alignment, they're curving forward. And then you're also so you're overstretching those, and you're shortening the ones in the front, the chest muscles. So we want to do these kinds of exercises to bring back the that alignment and the scapula stability, upper body stability. So that's what this is about. Trying to really struggle, and it's not easy. It's really challenging. We'll do 4 more. 4 and 3. Don't forget to breathe. And 2 and 1. Woo, and release. So you can feel it all in here. You can feel it in the back. All right, now we want to do some for the chest as well, but before we go there, let's just stretch these muscles out. So we're going to bring your right arm forward, bring it across your chest first. Take your opposite hand. You're going to press in. Make sure your shoulders stay squared. So notice I'm not pulling my shoulder forward. I'm maintaining the alignment across my chest as I press this arm into my body. So I'm getting a nice deep stretch in my shoulder joint. I'm going to keep those joints nice and healthy. Now I'm going to rest the same elbow into my other palm and just swish forward and back, swish, 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 swish. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. On 1, I'm going to reach it behind me, and I'm going to press down, press my arm into my head, toward my head. I'm going to press my elbow down so I can get enough stretch, elasticity in my tricep to massage my back between my shoulder blades. So my fingers are back there like scratching between the 2 shoulder blades. And I'm going to continue to, as I massage my back, you know what? I'm releasing tension from my body. So I'm going to continue to get deeper stretch in this tricep. Now let's do the same thing on the other side. Bring your left arm across your body. Press it in. Make sure the shoulders stay squared. Reaching your fingertips. Breathing into the stretch. This is so good to do anytime. Now we're going to go for our windshield wiper. Rest here so you stabilize the placement of your elbow. Again, stacking the joints, aligning the joints is so important in terms of our form. So that's why I'm holding my elbow so it stays on the same plane that my shoulder is on. And swish, swish, and drive it behind you, close to your head, and press down. And you're going to massage your back. Oops, it's coming loose. Massaging your back there. And again, what is this doing? This is helping you to gain more elasticity through the tricep. It's one of the bicep and the front, tricep and the back are dense muscles. And you can see that by people that really do a lot of bodybuilding. Those muscles get really big, right? So they have the capacity to, I mean, they're pretty dense to grow, really big. Um, Meaning that if you don't stretch them, then it's kind of counterproductive. You don't want to have big bulging muscles with no flexibility. Now let's release that, shake it out, and inhale, bring your arms all the way overhead. So that's why I mentioning like form, all the time. Let's bring arms down in front of you, and you're going to rotate them to your right. Stabilize your upper torso so you get more stretch here, more reach from the arms. One more time to the left. Bring them overhead. Release down and back. Interlace the fingers. Stretch them all the way to the back of your chair. Now you're going to arch your spine. Take your chin gently up toward the ceiling. Draw your shoulder blades together, expanding your chest as you pull back, as you drive back. Now we're going to reach your chin gently towards your chest without touching, almost like you're holding a piece of fruit there. You want to rotate the edge of your chin toward the other side, like you're going to try to touch your shoulder. Keep stretching your arms behind you. Bring your head up. You're going to bring your head back down, and then you're going to rotate toward the other side like you're trying to touch your chin onto that shoulder. Keep going for more stretch, more elasticity. Bring it up, bring it center. We're going to inhale, sweep it forward. Take your time all the way up. Keep arching your spine to the ceiling, and release your arms. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to round your spine, bring your arms around. You're going to grab underneath your patella, which is called kneecap. Round your spine. So we're like in tap position. And you're pulling hard from both ends, head and tailbone, right? Tailbone in the back. So you're reaching from the back of the spine. So this is a long flexion. Inhale. Neutral, take it back. So we're at cow. So we're doing seated cat cow. We're familiar with from yoga. Exhale, nod the head round, and you're going to really stretch. You're going to empower both ends of the body. Stretch, stretch, stretch. This is really important for low back. Now you guys have seen people that walk really curved with the tailbone tucked under because what's happened basically is probably some sort of injury. So that's deferred to the low back. That's where our shock absorber is, right in the arch in your lumbar spine. So naturally, it's like a subconscious, thing. The body's trying to draw away from the pain. So it's defaulting into the curve. Instead of length, we're going to go all the way to neutral spine here. So we're going to take a moment. If you have water, take a sip of water. I'm just going to show you what I'm talking about. So neutral spine is like straight up and down, like everything's stacked. And you can sort of reach your pelvis forward slightly. As soon as you do that, after you drink your water, we'll try this together. As soon as you do that, you're going to feel these muscles engage. These are your pelvic floor. These are your obliques. Anyway, these are your pelvic floor, right? Okay, so I'm just standing willy-nilly. Now I want to engage my pelvic floor. So I'm going to bring one hand back, one forward. Breathe in. As you exhale, you're going to slide slightly forward. You slightly squeeze your glutes. And as soon as you do that, you feel these muscles like a little fist. You just drew your fist. So now they feel hard. They feel like they're engaged. So that's how and your abs, your lower abs lift in toward your spine and up. Almost like you took a little zipper and just zipped them up. So now as you walk around, you feel like your abs are engaged. You try that?
Feel like your abdominals are engaged. Okay, so now this is what happens if those don't get strong. And let me just back up. They are engaged in the front, and because the abs are engaged in the front, they're supporting the back so that you're straight up and down anatomically. Anatomically speaking, this is our natural uh, um, uh, alignment of the spine. Searching for words here. Okay, if that's not engaged, what happens? Like, say you have a back injury, okay, I got hit by a car a long time ago walking across the street, and I had intense back pain. And so sometimes I would be standing like this and not realize it unless, like my mom said, Winnie, stand up straight. People that know me, they're like, what's wrong? Is your back hurting? Or, doctor would say, you need to. Okay, so what happens is the tailbone tucks under because this is what's hurting the lumbar spine. This is the shock absorber. So you curl forward, and then pretty soon you start walking like this. Can you see the curve in my spine? So I'm not, and you see a lot of people, and then they sink into as we get older, dragging their feet and walking like that. So I could be walking just like this right now, had I not, really got introduced to different ways of healing my body. So that's why we want to maintain that alignment of the spine. We want to keep those abs engaged. So we're about to do some more stuff to help us stay there. All right, so we're going to grab our long band and we're going to stand on it and we're going to crisscross it. Okay, and then we're going to bend the knees. So you're just standing in side views like this, bend the knees. I'm in neutral spine, got everything engaged. I'm going to hinge slightly in the hip joint, soften the knees, and I'm going to pull straight up and out. So as I pull, I'm stabilizing my body. Only thing is I'm using my arms. Every time I pull up, I can feel those abdominals I was talking about. I can feel them contract. So down, exhale, up. Inhale, exhale. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, and hold. Midway, we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and stand all the way up. So that's like an abdominal crunch, but just standing. All right, so now we're going to do something very similar. We're still hanging on, stepping on our band, right? Holding it in place. We're going to inhale as you exhale. We're going to go down further. Bring your hands down further on your band. Okay, and then we're going to pull up. We're going to stand up, and then we're going to take it back. So it's a little bit of a squat. We're going to try to make this as tight as you can stand it. Pull up and bring it down. And you're sliding your hand right on your leg, riding down the leg, up the leg, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So working those hamstrings back there, down, working the knees, down, up, down, up, down, up. Two more, and up, down, up, and hold. Okay, now we're going to bring our hands onto the outside. We're working the chest, the back, and the legs. We're tilted over, but we're in our hamstrings, extending our glutes back there. Your palms are facing back. You're just going to pull up and out, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6 and 7. I need a fan in here. 8 and 9 and 10. We're going to do 3 more sets, but 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, and 1, 2, 3. Big breath as you pull out. 4, 5, 6, 7. Last set. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Feeling those outer triceps. 3, 2, and hold. Isometric hold. And this is burning. Burning me too. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, and release. Let that band go. Shake your arms out. We're just going to sway side to side. Okay, so this is good. What you're feeling is this outer tricep muscle. That's what we're trying to burn up there. Okay, next up, we're going to do some curls. All right, so I think we're going to use light weights instead of our band for those, because I want to segue into some other stuff. So I'm using, the reason I'm using lighter ones is we can transition to a bunch of other stuff. We're going to do a series of upper body. So again, form is always important. Situate your feet. So they're about hip width apart or wider, whatever feels better for you. We're going to start with the hands right here at the hip joint. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to soften those knees. Bring your arms to let's bring our arms in front. Okay. Slide your shoulder blades down the back so you feel like you're exposing like your chest. So you're already getting a nice stretch here on the pectoral muscles. Okay, and we're going to alternate. So we're going to start with your right hand. So you're going to bring it straight up and bring it back. We're going to keep some bend in that elbow. Straight up and then return. Straight up and return. Straight up and return. And 4, 3, nice and controlled. And 1, again, and 1, 2, don't forget to breathe. 3, and 4, 5, keep the wrist straight. 6, and 7, make sure you have that proper form. 8, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now we're going to do more curls, but these are our high bicep curls. Those were low. So we're bringing up here. We're just warming up those muscles. So we're in the pocket with the elbows on the same plane as your shoulders. So starting with the right one. And 1, 2, alternating. 3, 4, extend and squeeze it back. 5, 6, 7, keep the knees soft. 8, so we're utilizing the large muscles of the legs. 1, 2, keep breathing. 3, keep those elbows on the same plane as the shoulders. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Again, and 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. One more set, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now, bringing the arms to our sides, roll your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. Forward, up, back, and down. Reverse, back, up, forward. You know what I mean, the drill. And 1. All right. So now we're going to slide down our legs. So we're in kind of a squat position like this. So you can rest your hands, your weights right on your thigh, right above the knee. Shoulder blades down the back, and you're really arching your upper chest back. You know, you're really stretching your back, extending through your spine back there, right? Your vertebra. So we're going to lift that arm straight up, wrist and shoulder, same plane, bring it back down and up and down. That's for 2, 3, 4. Lift on the inhale, 5. Control it down with the exhale, 6 and 7. You want to stabilize your upper body so you can just move those arms. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't stop breathing. 7, 8. 2 more. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last set. 8, 7. I'm squeezing my legs in toward the midline. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're all stabilized. We're going to do both. We're just going to do 4. Shoulder blades down the back again, chest lifted forward, arching the spine, parked in your legs. Here we go. And 1, and 2. Squeeze those glutes. And 3. It's all upper body, supported by lower. 4, and 5, 6, and 7. On 8, we're going to hold it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're just going to go out to the side and come center. Stabilize. Inhale out. Exhale, center. Inhale out. Whew. Exhale, center. One more. Inhale out. Exhale, center. Bring them down. Okay, so let's just plant your weights down for a second here. Okay, we're going to come all the way up and arching the spine. My thumbs are behind my hip bones, so I'm pressing forward. I'm going to inhale, bring my arms all the way up. And as I exhale, I'm going to reach. I'm going to soften my knees, tuck the tailbone, and I'm going to take it down as far as I can. So you should feel your hamstrings, your knees are bent. Inhale as you exhale, push into the floor. And then we're going to reach the arms forward. We're going to float all the way back up and back, reaching back again. Inhale up and exhale. Gently nod your head, soften your knees, curl the tailbone so there's no pressure in the back. And suspend yourself down. And inhale. Start coming up. Exhale, stack and reach. Last time, up and over. And we're at neutral spine, which is going to circle the arms. So we just work the joints a lot, the shoulders a lot. So we're just releasing into a range of motion. Let's reverse the direction. Inhale up and exhale in front of you again. Inhale up and exhale down in front of you one more time. Inhale up and exhale down. Woo, good job. All right, so now we want to kind of stretch the shoulders out just a little bit. So we're going to grab one of our bands, one of your choice. If you have a magic circle, you can do it with the circle. This is one of the stretches that we like to use a lot in Pilates. So you're going to take one hand here on the top, the other hand's going to go on the bottom, and you're going to pull up and then down. So arms are close into the body. So this is like a rotation of those shoulders. If you got this band, you're basically doing the same thing. One hand at the top, one hand at the bottom. You pull up and pull down. Pull up and down. So you get this motion happening in your shoulders. Nice, deep. This is in the joint. Up and down. Now I want to get equal time to both arms and shoulders. So we're going to switch. Opposite hand on the top, opposite one on the bottom. And you might have, see, I have problems with this one. I don't have as much of a range of motion. Can I get it back there? Where is it? There we go. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? So my right hand, right arm, this is the one, you can see the difference. That's the one that got injured. So it's harder for me to even access, get it around there. So this definitely is going to help me, right? So bring it up and pull it down. Pull it up. So this is deepening. It's like somebody twisted my arm behind my back. I wouldn't want anybody to do that. Right? But I'm doing it for myself. So I get the advantage of challenging range of motion in the joints. Very important for us, is, especially as we're aging, right? We'll be able to rotate that joint. Okay, and then release, roll the shoulder. All right, so we're gonna do, let's see how much time we have. Oh, just 3 minutes. Okay. So I want to do this lunge. This is another sort of power move. And you can use the chair or not. I'm going to start with the chair. So I'm going to bring my hands here, bring my feet back. So I'm in a plank position, straight back. So make sure you don't sink. You're going to keep your body straight. So I'm going through my heels, stretching my calves back there. In fact, I'm going to go here. If you're somebody who's already on the floor, so some of you guys are, yogis and stuff like that. So if you're here, this is, fun. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to step our right, your right foot forward. So we're still, this other leg back there. You're going to keep your left hand on the outside of your right hand, I'm mirroring you. So your right hand right by your foot, and you're going to rotate around. You can use the chair, you can use the floor. So what I'm going to do is rotate and open my chest up here. Okay, keeping that back leg nice and strong. Okay, and then I'm going to take it in the opposite direction so I get both ways. Straight leg back there. If you are on the chair, okay, you're here. You brought this foot forward. And you planted that hand there. You rotate it out this way first. Woo. Okay. Bring that hand down. And then you rotated your rib cage and we went this way. Okay. All right. We want to do the other side. So I'm going to start here, step back into my plank again. Bring the opposite foot forward into my lunge. I'm going to open the body up to this side first. So balance challenge here. Okay, then plant that hand. And I'm going to open up, rotate the ribs, bring this hand up, and stretch. If I'm on the floor, then I'd be here, and I'd be opening up like this. Now we're going to go back into our plank. Okay, just going to hold that for a second. Reach through your heels. We're going to take it to downward facing dog. If you're using the chair, just flatten, push back. If you're on your mat, you're pushing back. Okay, and your head should be between your arms. You're going to pedal your feet. 2 and 3 and 4. And we're going to bring our knees down or bring our legs down. You can, if you're using the chair, then you're going to sink down. Either way, you're going to separate your knees. We're going to child's pose, separate the knees wide, stretch, sinking down to the mat. If you're on the mat, same thing, knees apart. Stretch your arms all the way out And you're going to take your head to one side or forehead on your mat or your carpet or whatever. And then just take a little breather here, breathing into your child's pose. You want to keep stretching your tailbone all the way back to your heels as much as you can. We're going to bring both of our hands to the right hand. So you're opening up one side of your ribs. Breathe into the stretch. Then we're going to walk them to the other side, opening up that side of the ribs, staying nice and low as much as you can. And once again, you can use the chair if you need to be elevated to the center. We're going to come up all fours, cat-cow, head and tail up. Curl the tailbone once more, stretch your back. Inhale, excuse me, head and tail up. Exhale, curl your toes back there. Walk your hands back to your knees. You're going to stand onto your feet. Walk your hands to your feet. Knees soft. And slowly, you're going to come up. Take your time coming up so you don't get dizzy. Okay, and let's just do a little wrap around the maypole. Swinging your arms here. Inhale, reach arms up like a tracing a rainbow. Bring them behind you. Repeat that. Inhale up, rotate around your rainbow. And we're going to come center. Inhale, take your chin up. Exhale, we're going to round the spine slightly. Slide your hands down. For those of you that were challenged with cat and cow on the mat, you're going to take the head and tail up. Then you're going to curl under. Take it up. Curl under. Push against the floor and stack it all the way up. Okay, excellent. Good job. Good job. Everybody, we are done for the day. It's a lot of stretch. I mean, not for the day. I mean, there's other things coming up, other activities. But for this class, we're done. Any comments or questions about anything we did? And again, I so apologize for this blurry. I have not the foggiest idea why. I tried different settings this morning to try to get more clarity, and it just didn't work. But I just want to say thank you to everybody that took time to show up this morning. Without you, there'd be no good life. So Sedalia, I see your hand raised. Go right ahead.
Yeah, it was really a good class, but I wanted to show, probably most of us getting it, but the AARP has it, that Sanjay Gupta, A Simple Guide to Pain. And it's got all kind of different things in there, healing, diet, supplements, and it's a good article. So I don't know if you can see, but anyway, it's in the AARP magazine. The same, right here. And he's talking about different things, for pain.
Oh, yes. You saw that in the ARP bulletin?
Yeah, different herbs and stuff. So
right. Yeah, that's what I took. Yeah, I took this article from there, and
okay.
Yeah, it's fun. 11 ways your diet can relieve pain. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
In the bulletin, right?
Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of the stuff that I share, I get from there.
Okay.
But I actually formatted it, and I sent it to Naya, so you guys, if you don't have that bulletin, you still have access to that article. Thank you for sharing that. There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah, it is.
It's an awesome resource. So, thank you. Okay. I also want to say hi to Adele, Cindy, Dee. Thank you for sending those messages. Fran, Gloria, McCullough, Imogene, Mary C. You're always here. Thank you. And Queen, I see. And I'm not sure, Ronald Elliott, do we have a guy, or maybe that's somebody's husband's thing? Shirley Cotton is here, Jackie. Yeah, thank you all for being here. And I just wanted to emphasize the importance of the effectiveness study. So if you're not a participant, probably most of you guys, because you're regulars, are already participants of that. But if you're somebody new and you haven't joined that, it really helps to enrich the program because you provide more information, based upon, your outcomes and so forth. So it's really good, and it enables the researchers working on this program with the Good Life to continue to make improvement based upon what's working for people, and also just provoking thought about what more can be presented, creating added value for this program. So thank you so much, and don't forget that you also have some perks. There's over the time of the your participation, $405 is a stipend that you get. Also, a scale and a Fitbit. So there you have it. So thank you so much. And if there's any more questions or anything, okay. So I'm going to hand the mic. I know that time is ticking and that Let's Get Cooking is happening later. So I'm going to hand the mic back to Naya, and I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for being here today. I have a computer screen down here that's big, so it looks like I'm looking down. My camera's up there. I'm looking at the camera now. My phone that's so blurry. So, okay.
Thank you all for joining us today. And thank you, Ms. Winifred, for your lovely class. We enjoyed it. Do note that we do offer a lot of classes Monday through Friday. So if you guys ever want any additional resources, go on our website at www.thegoodlifepath.org or contact our support at 510-255-0232 to learn more information on how you can participate in all of our free online resources. Today is Thursday, so we do have Let's Get Cooking at 11 and our seated strength at 3 p.m. So at this time, let's go ahead and give you guys a break before we start to make our lunch. And if you guys are interested on knowing what the recipe is, you can always go on our website to learn more information. I hope you guys have an amazing morning, and we'll see you guys throughout the day. See you soon.
Thank you.